and a blessing to someone else. Coming on here with another wonderful short story from Chicken Soup from the Soul. And I came across Doing Dishes. This is called Doing Dishes. How many of us love doing dishes? From Melody S. Groves. This is a short story from Chicken Soup from the Soul. I hope somebody come on here and be encouraged and uplifted tonight. And I'm just waiting to see if anybody gonna come on here. Hope everybody is in the Christmas spirit, getting ready to spend time with your family, your friends, and just having a wonderful Christmas time this year, and knowing that Jesus is the reason for the season. So tonight I decided to wear my Santa hat, y'all. And so in recognition of Vlogmas Day number 9. I think we on Vlogmas Day number 9, y'all. I think we are. So this should be Vlogmas Day number 9 here that I'm reading. Let me check In Touch magazine. I'm just thinking, but I think it's Vlogmas Day number 9. Yes. Yep, it is. It is Tuesday, December the 9th, y'all. Vlogmas Day number 9. So how is everybody doing? How are you tonight? Are you doing good? You with your family? You kicking back? You just got home? What is you doing tonight? What is everybody doing? Is anybody on here? Hope you guys come on. Doing dishes. I want to wait till one person, at least one person come on. Listen to this story that I'm about to read here called Doing Dishes. And this is Chicken Soup for the Soul. You can get Chicken Soup anywhere, y'all. You can get this book anywhere. This is Christmas is in the Air by Amy Newmark. And it's 101 stories about the most wonderful time of the year. 101 stories is in this book. So please go out and get you guys a book from Chicken Soup for the Soul. Go and get one of these books. Go and purchase it. You can get it from probably Amazon. You can get it from a bookstore. You can get it. Just go out and get y'all a chicken soup so you can feel good to the body, the mind, the spirit, and the soul. Chicken Soup for the Soul. And tonight's story will be doing dishes, y'all. Doing dishes. How many times we have done dishes, you know? And so I read the story last year. It seems like when I pick up the book, I'm coming to stories that I read before, because I don't know what I'm gonna read when I come on here. I have to read to myself too. So Doing Dishes is the name of this story. And this story again is by, let me get the author of the story here. It's Melody S. Groves. Melody S. Groves. So how is everybody doing? I have 3 people in here. How are you? God bless you tonight. Are you doing good? Are you doing well? You had a wonderful day? Yeah, I decided to wear my and working and all that good stuff. I appreciate you for coming on here and supporting me. I'm just going to read a short story. I try to do it thus that the Lord told me to do. It's not easy coming on here and I'm like, I don't see a lot of people. It's like, where is everybody? But even if I got 1 or 2 people and you getting encouraged and you getting uplifting, I didn't do what I need to do. Okay. Even if I encourage myself like David did, I'm okay. So we try to catch them at least every other day. I try to catch one. I try to catch them almost every day. I love watching certain people. I watch over and over. I never get bored of you. Your sense of humor. I love your style. And I love. We shop at the best store that we can afford, and we love. And I love Dollar Tree, and I shop there. So I love watching you, Sweet CeCe. Thank you for coming on. Okay, I'm gonna start this story, you guys, and it's called Doing Dishes. Doing Dishes. Wow. Okay, it says, when all the dust is settled and all the crowds are gone, the things that matter are faith, family, and friends. Yeah, love you, sisters. Love you. It says, I surveyed a pile of dirty dishes filling the sink, trailing across the counter, spilling into the stove, seeming to reproduce with no working dishwasher other than my two hands. The task is daunting. Thank goodness we've had leftovers the night before. No big pots and pans to scrub, just plates, glasses, and silverware. Tons of silverware. How can 9 people, 3 of them children, use every knife, fork, and spoon I own? While I wait for hot water to fill the sink, I pick up a glass jammed into one corner of the counter. I study it. My 8-year-old grandson beamed last night when I handed it to him, milk sloshing over the rim, shaped like a football. That glass somewhat subdued. I think back to how I was left with this mountain of dishes. This was about to how I was left. This was what my family calls a birthday weekend. We observe birthdays as long and as hard as we can. It's pure luck my birthday falls during the holiday season, wedged between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Sometimes birthday weekends can last a full 7 or 8 days. Friday night was a birthday party for me, which included hosting 13 people, 9 family and 4 friends. My friends brought mounds of mashed sweet potatoes and a ham casserole, while my 2 daughters brought homemade rolls and pots of delicious pinto beans. I supplied grilled chicken, gravy, and mincemeat pie. Oh, she get me hungry, y'all. Hi, everybody. Hello, Atlas. How you doing? God bless you. Thank you for coming on. Oh, you did? You just finished Bible study, Sis CeCe. That's wonderful. Yes, I'm just on here reading stories. That's what I do. And it says, my family returned last night, Saturday, to enjoy a leftover feast. And with darkness threatening, the out-of-town daughter and son-in-law announced they had to leave. Sorry about the dishes, Mom, but we got a long drive ahead. And you know the kids, school and work. There was a hug with a whispered birthday wish for me. Okay, I thought, maybe I won't be left all alone. I turned to my other daughter, who, with amazingly perfect timing, trailing after her. Next time I see her, I better get a nice long hug. The door closed, and she and her husband from slicing his hands while repairing a water heater. He reminds me his doctor gave strict instructions to keep hands dry. And besides, he shrugs, no gloves fit his hand, bandaged hand, which left me. Now with the water nice and frothy and up to the brim, I plunge my hands into the warmth and bring up a tiny spoon, still encrusted with applesauce. I smile as I recall the 11-month-old eating it with abandon. I pick up a plate. Remnants of grilled chicken clung to the rim. The fragrance lingers, I smile. My husband cooked the chicken using one of those big as a small house grills. One even polishes on occasion. He took great pride in doing the chicken just right. A bowl with bits of lettuce stuck like glue to the side reminds me that my youngest daughter is trying to eat healthy. It's a battle she wins at times, but when a craving for pasta at Olive Garden takes over, she succumbs. We've had countless discussions about food, weight, and desires. I wash away the lettuce and piece of cabbage and wish she still lived at home. Even though she's set up her own house across town, I miss my daughter. My oldest daughter, hey, Aiko, you went to church today. Hey, praise God, get your praise on. And says my older daughter lives in the South Central part of the state. I don't know. Maybe somebody else outside need to hear the story, but I heard people on my door. It could be my neighbors, but maybe they need to hear the story. So I had to look and see what's going on. Excuse me, y'all. My oldest daughter lives in the south central part of the state, over 60 miles away. So I don't see her all that often. Busy with 3 active boys, her life is one of naps, diapers, homework, and cooking. I remember her struggling to cut meat for the 4-year-old, pick up the sippy cup thrown by the baby for the 100th time, and correct the 8-year-old's table manners while attempting to eat her own supper. And y'all know how it is when you have little kids, okay? You know how it is. And it says, then it hits me. Standing with a spoon in my hand, tears ran down my cheeks. Every dish, spoon, and glass bring back memories, good memories. My 2 daughters, now grown, get along better than they ever did as children. Their discussions range from current fashions to the best way to freeze blueberries to effective vacuuming techniques. My son-in-laws are now engaged in long discussions over politics, educational reform, and gaming strategies. They've become friends over the years, and the 3 grandsons seem to be perfectly at ease here in our home. The 2 oldest, as usual, wanted their bikes brought out of the garage to ride in late nights, wanting light. They whine when their dad nicks the ideal. The baby, having taken his first steps mere days before, delighted us when he erupted with bursts of giggles at the feel of soft carpet under his foot instead of the usual hard vinyl. It all floods back to me. My husband and I did the same thing at the same table not too many years ago. Pick up sippy cups, correct table manners, listen to tiny excited voices talk about Christmas. I sit back a tear and pick up another fork, another memory. Before I knew it, the counter, stove, and sink are empty once again. Empty, but I'm not empty. My life isn't empty. It's full of happy, healthy adult children and blossoming grandchildren. My life is full, and I thank the dishes for reminding me. Melody S. Isn't that something how we don't know a blessing comes our way and we don't even know it? It's like they say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We can have blessings right under us, and sometimes we take it for granted. She was complaining about doing them dishes. I mean, with 9 people coming over to eat, and you got everything is dirty, forks and spoons and knife and all the pots and stuff. Everything was dirty, so I don't blame her. You had cooked all day, and then you got your husband and all your grown children and a few friends coming over, and it's like everybody's leaving. I gotta go. See you, Mom. All this, but they forgot. They help her with the dishes. And so she started focusing on them dishes. And so when she was focused on the dishes in a negative way, she switched the negative way into something positive. And she remembered how those dishes that her little children was holding when they was little, and how those dishes brought back memories of good times and family times and all the family together, and how those dishes brought back all those things that were positive. And so pretty soon she got her mind off of the positive, the negative, into the positive about them dishes. And as you get your mind off of things, it's like something just happens. God just come in and take over. And that's what happened with her. All the good memories started coming. And so pretty soon, them dishes was done. She didn't have to worry about it no more. At first, she was focusing on the bad stuff, the dishes and the pots and everything else. But as soon as she got her mind on something positive, things started changing. So it's important that this story I got, it's important that during even the holidays that we have a good attitude, and that we keep our minds focused on the good things instead of the negative things. Because many times we can focus on all the negative things that are happening in our life, and it's only going to bring us down and get us more in depression. But when we focus on the good things, especially what God can do in your life and how God is working, you tend to feel better. it. If you remember, you think back to something positive. If you think back to in your life how God has brought you out before, when you think back to family time and good times, it put a smile not just on your face but your heart, and you begin to say you feel good, and you begin to feel good about love. What are the good memories I had, and how that comes back to you. And today I was thinking of a memory because I need to laugh today, and yes, true. Little things are the best. Those little things, yes. But today I was on a bus and I was thinking of Christmas, and each Christmas almost I think of this story of my grandmother. And my grandmother, she was a meanie, but my grandma was also funny and she had a good sense of humor. And so one Christmas, my friends that came over, and we was all sitting around on the couch talking and laughing and eating snacks and stuff. And then my grandmother came out with my present. So I'm thinking I had a doll or something nice and all of that. And then she came out with some curl. I was so happy. I was so happy. I opened the box and all the kids were looking. What did you get? What did you get? What did you get? My grandmother brought some witch boots out of there. Witch boots that curled up at the top. Oh, y'all couldn't believe the kids were laughing and laughing and laughing. Pretty soon, I was getting embarrassed, and they was laughing at me and stuff with them shoes, and everybody was laughing, and I was just sitting there. I was like, if I was white, I'd be red. I would have been red, because I was like, here she go with all the things she could have bought a 10, 11-year-old for Christmas. She bought me some boots that were curled up. And if you seen which boots, that's exactly what they look like. But every time I thought about it back then, while the kids was laughing, I didn't take it to heart. I just started laughing with them. And I thank my grandmother for these boots. And to this day, I remember that story, how even, everybody else was laughing, and it brought laughter to my heart. Because at first I was upset and mad about them boots. I don't know whatever happened to them curled up witch boots, but I can tell that story today. So it's like you never know. Even them boots brought laughter to my face today on the bus, y'all. It brought laughter. What happened years ago when I was 11 years old, my grandmother gave me them boots. And so that brought a smile to my face today. So we got to sometimes dig back and go back to happy times and the memories you share with your loved ones and the memories you had as a child. And that'll put a smile on your face, especially if you're going through depression, because Christmas ain't always happy for everybody. Christmas ain't always, tiptoeing to the tulips and decorating trees and getting things ready and all that. Christmas can be depression to a lot of people that are going through, and they've had a bad experience on Christmas. They might missing their loved ones. They don't have no one. They don't have what they want. Their family's not around. And so they get into a depressive state. But if they can just think back to the goodness of God and know that you're not alone. If you could think back to a time in your life when there was joy. If you could think back to a time in your life when you smiled. If you could think back to a time of your life when you was uplifted during this holiday season, you had some kind of joy there. And so sometimes we just got to look back, not at bad stuff, but at the good things. And that really brings us up and brings a smile. So that's the story for today. Doing dishes. Well, that story is something else, you guys. Melody S. Groves. That story just made me realize that today. And I didn't even know I was going to read the story because, like I said, when I come on here with you guys every night, I just open this book up. I don't even know what story I'm going to. I just open it up and let the Lord lead me. I walk by faith with this book. Almost any book I read, but I walk by faith. Except Chicken Soup, not Chicken Soup, so except in Jesus is Calling and In Touch magazine, I try to go on each day as I'm supposed to go in order. But this one right here, I don't have to go in order. I just pick a story and short story and read it to you guys. I get something out of it. Hopefully you got something out of it too. Okay? So that's doing dishes, and I will come back tomorrow night with a wonderful story. I thank for the people coming on here. Atlas, you went to church. I hope church was wonderful. Yes. Hello, Kurta. Is it Kurta? I don't want to butcher your name. know what you said to your mom and dad. I didn't understand that comment. Sweet Sadie, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you for supporting me. God bless you. Elker, God bless you for coming on. I thank you. I appreciate you guys for coming on and coming on and support me on this channel. A lot of people don't come on. It's because they don't want to, or they could be busy. And some people just getting home from work. They just want to lay down, relax, take a take a load off, watch some TV, deal with the kids, homework, eat a dinner, and they call it a night. And there's other subscribers on here. So I'm not mad. I just thank God for the people that do show up. Because even if it's one or two people, I know that God want me to share this story with somebody, that they can be uplifted and encouraged today, that know that you can look back and thank God and smile at the good things he's done in your life. So that's about doing dishes. So yeah, God is love. God is Lord. God is everything. Yes, he is. No, that was my grandmother. I don't know what Kartika was talking about. That was my grandmother that did that with the shoes. I don't know what you're referring to, but that was my grandmother with those shoes. I'll never forget that story. And the day it brought a smile on my face. I almost laughed on a bus just thinking about my grandmother. I loved my grandma. My grandma was mean and strict and all of that, but she was also funny. She can make you laugh. And when she came with them Christmas dumb boots that was at the end, was curled up, that was so funny. Okay, you guys, I'm fixing to get on here and go back to doing Jesus is Called and Touch magazine so I can close out and eat me a hamburger and fries. I'm getting hungry here. But God bless you guys. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for subscribing. And you guys have a blessed, wonderful night. And I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully. Come on back on here because I'll be coming back again with chicken soup from the soul. Christmas is in the air. It is Vlogmas Day number 9. God bless you guys. Have a good night. Bye, Sweet Sadie. I love you. God bless you. Bye. God bless you guys. Love you all. Bye. God bless you.